All right, so the plan today, for right now, is to move these piles over there where I started the new pile. Just killing time, and this has to be done, but I'm just killing time while the hay dries. So we'll get some dirt moved. So now we're into, this is actually the original pile. I mean, some of the dirt, this down here, because I don't have a tooth bar yet, but you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, so I'll get a tooth bar. But some of this I'll be able to get the surface, and then there's going to be this crown, so I'll put the scarifiers down on the box blade and I'll loosen it up, and we'll get that all cleaned up in the end too and grade it around. But let me turn this into just a real fast makeshift R1 tire review, because coming in through all this, I mean, this gets pretty slimy down in there when you get to the bottom. And those tires are I mean, they're just digging, pushing that bucket right in. And I know with the R4s, I know I would have been spinning trying to get a full bucket pushed in there. So those are nice. Like I said, you know, it depends on your purpose for what you use your tractor for. But to me, 38 horsepower is great, but it's even better when you can actually put it to the ground. So let me keep going. Like I said, a lot of this now, this is gonna dig real hard because some of that dirt's been there for, oh God, 15 years maybe, some of it. I can't remember the last time I turned the whole pile over. Actually, it was probably turned 5 or 6 years ago, but still, it's been 5 or 6 years sitting there like that. So we'll keep going. Up half the jungle on that one. Look at that. Boy, this thing, these R1s are just really impressing me. I don't know any other way to put it. That one pile that I was just working in, like I said, you know, some of that stuff's been there for years. That's hard, man, with no tooth bar. But you know, we got through it. So we'll get this last pile that I brought down last fall with the 25. We'll get this, and then I'll grade the rest of that all out. that ain't so bad. Got her leveled off pretty good. I actually didn't need the scarifiers. And by the looks of things, I didn't even need a tooth bar, but I know a tooth bar probably would have made it easier in that old pile. But this ain't bad. I mean, it's just a pasture, you know. So we got that done. I'm not sure. I may go back up. I may get the brush hog. And I may come over here and get into all this, if you can see that. Get this knocked down too before that goes to seed. Horse water isn't right. Well, we're at a point now, we've been extremely dry here for the last month. We've only had like, well, whatever we got last weekend, 2.3 inches. But we're at a point where that runs at night. When it cools down, that starts running again. And then during the day when it warms up, it stops running. But we could use, like I say, after we get this hay off the ground, it could rain as far as I'm concerned. But I may get the brush hog and come back up and knock this out. Father-in-law just told me the hay isn't drying. We had a really heavy dew last night, so horse hay, it's kind of a pain in the butt because you need that extra day of drying, because it has to be extremely dry when you bale it. Somebody actually just told me the other day, now this was funny because it's true. I said the horses don't like it, and he says no, the horse owners don't like it. The horses will eat if they're hungry enough, and that's a fact. But horses will get respiratory issues if they start eating musty hay. So musty, dusty, they'll get respiratory things going on. So anyway, that's the fun for right now. Maybe we'll be back up with the brush hog.